around to a comfortable seated position for yourself. And feel free to sit back on your heels, or feel free to have your legs straight out in front of you, whatever feels better for you. And then just roll your shoulders a few times. And just loosen it off, particularly if you've been sat still for the last few hours. Go forwards and backwards a few times, just get a little bit more heat up into the body. And then we'll do a couple of twists. So just catching the knee, looking over your shoulder, and then catching the knee and looking over your shoulder. Just get it moving, a couple of twists. And we've got our triangle sequence to work in today. So I'm going to be working into the yoga aspect of your class, and then we'll be finishing off with the Pilates at the end today. Alright, now settling out into the middle and just letting your hands rest down upon your knees and shutting your eyes, going inside. And let's take a nice long deep breath in through your nose. And breathing out through your nose. Take a long deep breath in. And slowly breathing all the way back out. Take a long deep breath in. And then slowly breathing all the way back out. And then this time, take a long deep breath in. And holding on to your breath and gently drawing your chin down in towards your chest. And now raising your chin back up and slowly breathing all the way back out again. Take a long deep breath in. And gently nodding your chin, holding on to your breath. And then raising your chin back up and breathing all the way back out again. And then this time taking a longer, deeper breath in. And then breathing all the way back out and going right down to the bottom of your exhalation. Keep breathing out, lowering down your chin and holding the breath out. And then raising your chin back up and breathing in. And one more time, breathing out. And again, breathing out, going right down to the bottom of your exhalation. Lowering down your chin and holding your breath out. And then raising your chin back up, breathing in. And breathing out, and taking another couple of deep breaths in and out for me, and just really find that you have a little bit more depth to your breathing. We're using a little bit more of our lung space. And then if we could just clasp up the fingers, raise your arms high above your head, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, taking a little rotation with your upper body. And then breathing in, bring back to the middle. Breathing out, taking a little rotation with your upper body. And before we begin today, we're just going to take a little bit more stretch into the side of your body. So I'd like you to walk your hands around to the right. Okay, the bottom part of your body is going to sit back as it was. I'm just going to push back onto my heels. So you're going to feel a stretch coming down into the left-hand side of your body. And then I'm going to draw it back on up. And then come up into a cat stretch on the side. And again, sit yourself back down onto your heels so you get that stretch down into your lats. And then draw the body up so you've got that twisted cat stretch, drawing up through the back. And then one more time, sitting on our back. And then drawing it on up and drawing up into that little cat stretch. Alright, now walking your hands back around to the other side. So walking them one off, you could probably have one off your mat. And then again, sitting back. So again, that stretch now to the right hand side of your body. And then drawing on up and coming up into that twisted cat stretch. And then drawing on back, sitting back down onto the heels. And then drawing back on up, pulling up through the back. And then one more time, sitting on back, drawing down into the side of your body. And then pulling on up and lifting up into that little cat stretch. And now walking your hands all of the way back. Sit back onto your heels through the centre. And now start to draw your body up and along the ground. Pulling downwards with your shoulders and lifting the chin. Curling the toes and sending your hips back and your head down for your arms. Draw forwards into a strong plank. And bending your knees and sitting back to your heels. Breathing in, we're drawing up and along the ground. Breathing out, sending your hips back and your head down. Breathing in, draw forwards into your plank. Breathing out, bending your knees and sitting on back. Breathing in, drawing up and along the ground. Breathing out, head down, bottom up. Breathing in, draw forwards to a strong plank. Breathing out, bend the knees and sit on back. Breathing in, drawing your body up and through. Breathing out, pull up through the belly and easing the heels away. Breathing in, draw forwards to a plank. Breathing out, bend the knees and sit back. One more time, breathing in, drawing up and through. Breathing out, and we'll stay here this time. And walk the feet from one to the other. Just getting that rolling feeling from hip to hip, foot to foot, side to side. And just waking up the lower back here a little. Alright, now leaving your heels back, walking your hands all of the way back in towards your feet. Slowly unroll the spine today, just keeping your arms low and rolling the shoulders back. Stepping up to the top of your mat for me. Hands coming in towards your heart. And as we take a breath in, we're raising both arms. As you breathe out, open your chest and fall forwards. Breathing in, right leg stepping back behind you, releasing your knee down upon the floor, lifting the chin. Breathing out, step back with your left leg and hold to a plank. And breathing in, come down to your knees, your belly and chest. Breathing out, drawing into an upward dog, elbows in, shoulders down. Breathing in to lower, curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing out as you push to plank and back off into a downward dog. Breathing in, right foot, stepping up, lift the chin, releasing the toes. And breathing out, left leg, stepping on up. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, draw all of the way back up to standing. Breathing breathing out, hands to your heart. Breathing in, raise both arms. Breathing out, diving the body forwards, bending the knees if you need to. Breathing in, left leg, stepping all the way back, reach your toes back, lifting your chin. Breathing out, step back, right foot and hold into a strong plank. Breathing in, down to knees, belly and chest. Breathing out, drawing it up to up dog, elbows in, relax your shoulders. Breathing in to lower, curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing out, push a strong plank. Back off into a downward dog. Breathing in, left leg stepping up. Lift the chin, releasing the toes. Breathing out, right leg stepping on up and folding. Breathing in, pull up through the belly. Open your chest, gaze to your thumbs. Breathing out, follow your thumbs back into your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, dive the body forwards. Breathing in, right leg stepping back for me. Now just stay up onto the toes. Press down into your right hand. And let's raise the left arm up. And bending that front knee as well as you can today. Reaching your way towards the ceiling. And now gently bring your knee down towards the floor. Come back up with your upper body and raise your right arm and drop it back behind your head. Now you can either give a little bit of a support there to the stretch. You could reach back and you could find your fingers if that was a good one for you today. If you can, driving your hips a little further forward so we gain that hip flexor stretch. And then releasing it back on out, hands down either side of your foot, curl the toes and step the feet together behind you. And come down to your knees, belly and chest. Alright, now coming out a little wider with your feet behind you. Take your right arm across the top of your mat and left fingers down towards the floor. Relax your shoulders, relax your hips, relax your legs. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, draw up on your forearm and be encouraged by your fingers to encourage that turn so you're looking over your shoulder. Now you might be able to see your left foot, you may be able to see the space between your feet, okay? But trying to keep the neck nice and long. And gently bring it back around. Swap your arms over, fingertips down towards the floor. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, drawing up, shoulders relaxed. Taking that gaze, looking over your shoulder. See if you can see your heel, maybe you can see the space between your feet. And then bringing it all the way back round, hands underneath your shoulders, breathing in, coming into the upward dog. Just again, opening the collarbone, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. And then letting it all of the way back. Curl the toes, engage the core, breathing in, push it up to a strong plank. Breathe out into your downward dog. Breathing in, right foot, stepping up, lift the chin, releasing toes. And breathing out, left leg, stepping up and folding. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, open your chest, gaze up to your thumbs. Breathing out, hands to your heart. Breathing in, raise both arms. Breathing out, diving the body forwards. Breathing in, left leg, stepping on back. Stay up onto the toes, push down into the left hand and open to the right. Just again, bending that front knee a little bit more. Stretching it away, opening the chest. Alright, let's let the hand down. Coming down upon the knee. A little bit deeper into the hip flexors here, raising left arm, dropping it back and maybe just, again, giving a little bit of encouragement to the stretch. Maybe taking the fingers, holding on behind. Maybe you're feeling your triceps quite a lot today if you did my class that we did last night. It was quite intense on the upper body, so therefore we need a little bit more stretch. Well, let's let those arms go. Take the hands down either side of your foot and step the feet together behind you. And let's come down upon your knees, your belly and your chest. Okay, now we're going to be working on again a little bit more freedom movement for the lower back. So into the opposite direction from working the back. We were working your back up, down before, and now we're going to work it down, up. So my hands are going to stay on the floor. I'm pointing the toes on my right leg, and I'm keeping the leg straightish, but it's kind of arching over and it's going back, and then bringing it back down, alright? Don't worry if you have everything coming off the floor, alright? I don't mind that. So to begin with, especially the first time you do this, or maybe the first time in the day that you do this, maybe everything has to move. Okay, we don't want to hold on to anything, we don't want to make it stiff. We just want to let the body gently move. Okay, and then if you can then make it a little bit more controlled, keeping the elbows down and then taking it over. But you might not be ready to keep the elbows down today. I don't want you to worry too much about that. Again, as you get more range in the back, what you'll find is you can take it a little bit further over, and you can keep the upper body a little bit more motionless. And back over. Last leg. You should be feeling a little bit more movement coming into the back now. And coming back. Alright, let's come into your upward dog. Again, just let the elbows sink in. Open the collarbone. Breathe here. And then letting it all of the way back down. Let's curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing in, pushing up to a strong plank. Breathing out into your downward dog. Breathing in, left leg, stepping up, lift the chin, releasing the toes. And breathing out, right leg, stepping on up and folding. Breathing in, coming all of the way back up. Open your chest, gaze to your thumbs. Breathing out, hands back in towards your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, open the chest, circle and fold forwards. Now stepping your left foot back behind you. Placing down your right elbow to your right knee. And we're going to do a couple of arm circles here. So just sweeping that right arm forwards. Breathing in, follow your fingers. Breathing out, open up those pectoral muscles in the chest. Breathing in, drawing forwards with your arm. Breathing out, following the fingers back. One more time. Breathing in, sweep the arm up, follow the fingers, and then let the arm come all the way back for a couple of breaths. Reach back round, you're reaching for your waist to your thigh. Breathe. When you're ready, we're going to think about bringing back over the arm again and taking your right hand down to the floor. Coming into extended side stretch. Try and roll your back hip open a bit more. So you want to try and keep the nose and the navel facing the side of the room. Now let's let this arm drift around the front of your body. Pushing hard through your right foot, come through warrior two. Alright, now just replace the back foot so the heels are on line, but the back foot is pointing out. And straighten up your right leg. Now clench up a little from your left buttock. Take a deep breath in. As you move out to the right, breathing out and stretching through. And then taking right hand towards right leg, left arm coming up. And we're pulling up and away. So feel that again, oblique muscle work here. Stretching through the fingers. Breathe into Trikonasana. In through your nose, out through your nose. And then slowly let's release down. Left hand to right leg. Right hand to lower back. rotate, and again, don't force, but if you feel that you can go further, you can place your hand beyond your foot, and then you can maybe raise your right arm back up to the ceiling. Just see where you want to get to today. The hand could easily be on the lower back, and it may feel really nice to do that today. And now bending deeply into your right knee, coming into humble warrior. And clasp up the fingers behind the back. Slowly tucking the head down a little towards your knee, looking back towards your back foot, and letting your arms come up and over behind you if you can. Okay, now drawing back on up. We're going to take the right arm underneath the right knee, finding the fingers. And then walking back in your left foot, coming into parallel squat. And then if you can, coming up to standing. Good. Alright, taking your time, coming into bird of paradise. If it feels good to extend the leg a little, taking it away. Good job, everybody. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, slowly to come back out. Bend the knees, coming slowly back through. Stepping your left foot back behind you. And taking both of your hands to the inside of your foot. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot, and you can either leave your right leg where it is and raise your right arm. If you are feeling quite spectacular today, you can stack the feet up on top of each other, or you could try taking your first two fingers around your right big toe and swinging it up towards the ceiling. Really pushing hard along the left-hand side of your foot, your left foot. And then bring the foot back round to the middle. And I'd like us to step back in that back leg, half of your stride. Alright, so as you look down, you can see the heels are on line. Okay, we're going to bring the hands either to a back prayer, or you're holding upon your elbows. And we move ourselves out a little from the waist, lifting the chin up, and either staying to halfway today, or you're lowering your chin a little bit closer towards your shin. Alright, but just see where you want to get to today. Not forcing anything, breathing, wherever you get to, breath is present. Thinking about coming up into the front leg, lifting the back leg, and coming out into your half, into warrior three. So we're lifting up that back leg. Both of the legs are as straight as you can keep them today. And then slowly lowering either both hands to the floor or just the right hand. And if you'd like to go in for your half moon balance, raising up with your left hand and looking up towards it if you have the balance. Alright, now keep breathing, engage your core, bend the standing leg a little and come back on up to standing. Bring your hands in towards your heart. Releasing your arms back down. We're going to come up into tree, dancer and half lotus. So just for opening out the body again, spreading out your toes to the floor, picking up your right foot and placing it either to your calf or above your knee. Hands in at your heart. And then slowly working the fingers upwards. And then taking maybe your right hand behind your left, wrist wrap, so the thumbs are together, little fingers are at the back. And then slowly lower down that right hand dancer. Take your time here. Gently letting that leg come back a little. Lifting the chin. And then slowly drawing it back in. And receiving your right foot from underneath. Alright, now very carefully again, protect. And if you want to omit this one, if you want to use any other balance, maybe the knee, the ankle don't appreciate this at the moment, then please do. Find a position that suits you today. So I'm holding onto the foot, I'm letting the knee draw downwards. And if you're remaining upwards, try and see if you can encourage the knee to go further down. Alright, straightening up the standing leg. Although, if you're going to come to a fold forwards, reach back and around, either take the elbow or the big toe and bend the knee. Okay, then if you're coming forwards into a fold, keep the knee bent, start to draw down carefully towards the floor. Keep the gaze up for as long as you need to, and then finally, once you find the balance, maybe then start to lower the head down and straighten the standing leg. There's no rush with all of these things. Okay, it takes time to have your confidence in where you're going. Alright, so very much again, don't feel rushed. Go to where you know is a good place for you today. Coming back on up if you're ready. Bring the arms up high. Extend that leg, point the toe away from the body. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, lower your arms and your neck. Good job, everybody. We're ready for the other side. So let's take a nice deep breath in, raise both arms. As you breathe out, take that fold forwards. Let's breathe in, step your right foot back behind you. Lay your left elbow down upon your left knee. We're going to come in for a couple of the shoulder rolls. So drawing your right arm forwards, breathing in. Follow your fingers as they go back. And down. And again, breathing in. Follow the fingers. Really open up the shoulder, the chest as you go back. Again, one more time. Breathing in. Roll that shoulder all the way back. Reach back and around. Finding your waist. And again, just tucking tailbone under a little. Alright, then we're going to get ready to come out into extended side stretch. So we're going to slowly bring back over your right arm. Left hand can come to the floor maybe, or stay up on the elbow. Open back the shoulder a little. Open back your right hip a little. Gazing up towards your thumb if you can. And then gently, let's bring that hand around the front of your body, pushing hard through your right foot, left foot, sorry, coming up into Warrior Two. So repositioning the back foot, maybe drawing it in a bit closer, you might need to be closer on this one. Straightening out your left leg, hips drawn forwards, so your body is in alignment with the long edge of your mat. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, move your upper body out to the left, sliding down so your left hand comes down towards your left leg, and you're gazing up towards your right hand. And again, taking a couple of deep breaths here, working out into Trikonasana. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your nose. And now let's release down, taking your right hand to your left leg, taking your left hand around to your lower back and revolving your triangle. If you go further, then taking your hand beyond your foot and maybe raising up with your left hand. Again, a couple of deep breaths here, in through your nose, out through your nose. Good, alright, coming back round, bend deeply into your left knee, clasp your fingers, and then from here, gently start to turn the head down, looking towards your back foot and letting your arms draw up and over. And then bringing it back on up. Let's take through your left arm and find your fingers underneath if you can. If you're happy to walk in that back foot, draw it up towards the top end of your mat. Going in for bird of paradise. Pushing hard through that right foot and slowly bringing it back up to standing. Excellent, good. And then from there, you're taking that leg up, press it away a little. Good. Breathe wherever you've gotten to. And then taking the knee down, bending the leg carefully all the way down, stepping back with that right foot, and let's take both hands to the inside of your foot. Okay, so we're preparing for our side plank, rolling to the outside edge of your right foot. Either to just take up the left arm today, that might be enough. You can stack the feet on top of each other, or you can take hold of your left big toe, and we can take that up towards the ceiling. And pressing up through the side and the edge of your right foot. And then bringing the leg back round when you're ready. Okay, so you've got left leg at the top. You're going to step back in with half of your stride with that right leg. Alright, draw up to about halfway, squaring off your hips towards the end of your mat. Shoulders drawn back and moving out from your waist. Either a back prayer position today or hold upon your elbows. Alright, to see again where you want to go. The thing from this one is to move out. Alright, it doesn't matter how far you go. You will go further, okay? Practice, time, all makes a difference to how the positions hold. Okay, wherever you are though today, just keep with the breathing. Alright, then we're going to look about coming up into your warrior three. You've got a little bit of a bend into that front leg. You're coming up to about halfway with your upper body. Back legs coming up from the floor if you can. Hips are facing the ground. And then we can draw down with your left hand or with both hands. And then from here, if you feel that you would like to, you can bring back up your right hand and look up towards it. And then looking down, you'll bend the standing leg, push your body back on up, and come back round to standing. Good. Alright, letting it open. We're going to come up into those three little balances, shoulders drawn down. Stepping up your left foot, either above or below your knee. Taking the hands in towards your heart. Moving the hands up through the midline. Taking your left hand back behind your right this time if you can. And then letting that left hand down, turning your left leg, taking a hold of the foot, drawing forwards, and then just gently sending your hand and your foot away together. And then slowly drawing back body in. And then coming into your half lotus, if you're working on that at the moment. If you're not, that's okay. Okay, use another position of your choice. Otherwise, we'll bring the foot towards the crease at the top of your leg. If you're working on staying upright, okay, try and straighten your standing leg and try and encourage a little bit more openness to come in from the inner thigh area, the groin area. If you're folding today, bend the knee a little bit instead. Work it down. the ground. Maybe you lower the head, maybe you don't. You know you're finding where you need to be. Good, and when you're ready, those of you who are folded, come on back up. And we'll raise the arms, extend the leg. Nice deep breath in and out. In and out. Letting it all the way back down. Alright. Step back to about the middle of your mat. You're going to bring the body down in preparation of your crow posture, Bakasana. So you're coming up onto your toes. And then very slowly, very carefully, lower your body down through the center. Alright, now if you don't want to go up into your crow posture today, but you do want to work on your balance, stay here with the knees pressed open. Maybe try a little bit of a turn and then back and turn and then back. You could do that certainly today. Or we can hand balance. So we place the hands to the floor, soften at the elbows. We can bring the knees to draw up along the upper back of your arms. And then start to move forwards. So we have a little balance. We can maybe see if the feet will come off the ground today. And then just taking that little bit of a hover. Breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. Good job, everybody. Gently come back on down. If you're able to, just sitting back onto your heels there for a minute. Okay, now just to remind you as we come into our Pilates work, as you breathe in, we're looking for the rib cage to widen. And then as you breathe out, we're looking to draw the navel back to the spine and we're looking to find the waist tightening. Alright, so just reminding yourself, in through your nose, out through your mouth, as if you were blowing out a candle, and then trying to draw up behind the surface muscles and drawing up on pelvic floor. One more time on its own, just breathing in, lateral thoracic breath. And then as you breathe out, navel back to the spine, engaging with your core and pulling on in. Alright, so I know that's very short, okay? But in essence, that's what we're looking for. Now the first position I want to do is a loading position. So I'm going to get us into dolphin. So for dolphin, we have the fingers clasped up. But before we put our fingers clasped up, we want to be able to reach around for the size of your elbows. And we want to try and keep that. So when we're working, we try not to widen it too much. Okay? So forearms down for me. And clasping up your fingers. We're on the knees here to begin with. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you breathe out through your mouth, weight bear forwards into your forearms. And then breathing in as you draw back. Breathing out, engaging with your core as you come forwards. Breathing in as you draw back. And again, breathing out as you come forwards. And breathing in as you draw back. Again, breathing out, weight back forwards. Breathing in. Now if you want to make it harder, going up into your tiptoes and then coming forwards with straight legs. Breathing out to come forwards and breathing in, pull on back. Breathing out, engaging the core as you come forwards. Breathing in to draw back. And again, strong strength work around the shoulders and the upper back. Strong core work. As you draw forwards, engaging with your core, breathing in as you draw back. Two more if you can. Out to come forwards, in to draw back. One more time. And then drawing down onto your knees. Okay, now I'm going into a little bit of glute work today. So I'm going to plant the hands beneath your shoulders. We'll start off with a single leg extension. And then today I'm going to work with the knee, drawing open to the side. We'll take that 4 times. And then I'm going to work with the leg leg going across in a straight line behind the body. And we'll do that 4 times. Second time we do the set, then we're going to see if we can take an arm support away as well, all right, to challenge the balance. So let's plant the hands in underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, glide one leg along the floor, point your toes, lift the leg, and then breathing in, draw the knee back in and change. Breathing out, and pull up through your belly as you lift the leg, and then breathing in, draw that knee back on down. Again, breathing out, pressing the leg away, engaging with your core, breathing in to draw back on in. And again, breathing out, press out through your toes, lift. Breathing in to draw back on in. Breathing out, 2 more singles, extend. Breathing in to draw back in. 1 more time, breathing out to extend. Breathing in. Now, knee coming open to the side. Breathing out, draw that quarter circle with your knee open. Breathing into lower. Breathing out, knee open to the side, into lower. Engage your core as you lift, into lower. 1 more time, breathing out to lift, into lower, straighten the leg. Breathing in, cross it behind, and then breathing out, bring it back to the middle. Breathing in, cross it behind, breathing out, back to the middle. Breathing in, cross behind, breathing out, bring it to the middle. 1 more time, in behind, out, back to the middle. Breathe in, draw the knee in, and we're changing to the other leg. Breathing out, knee drawing open, quarter circle to the side, into lower. Breathing out, the knee drawing out to the side, into lower. And again, engaging with the core to lift, into lower. Breathing out, lift, and lower. 1 more time, breathing out, lift, and lower. Breathing out to straighten. Now breathing in, cross behind the other leg. Breathing out, bring it to the middle. Breathing in, cross it behind. Breathing out, back to the middle. Breathing in, cross behind. Breathing out, back to the middle. Breathing in, behind. Out, back to the middle. 1 more time. In, out, back to the middle. Breathe in, draw the knee in. So this time around, if you can, opposite hand to the side. Breathing out, knee open, into lower. Breathing out, engage the core, knee open, into lower. Breathing out, lift, and lower. 1 more time, out to lift, brilliant. Into lower, now breathing out to straighten. Breathing in, cross it behind. Breathing out, lift it up. Breathing in, cross it behind. Out to lift it up. In to cross it behind. Out to lift. 1 more time. Out to lift. Breathe in, draw the knee down, hand down. Changing sides, opposite hand. Breathing out, lift the knee. Into lower. Breathing out, knee open to the side. Into lower. Breathing out, knee open. Into lower. 1 more. And lower. Breathing in. Out, straighten. Breathing in, go behind. Breathing out to lift it up. Breathing in behind. Breathing out to lift it up. Breathing in behind. Out to lift. 1 more time. And out to lift. Breathe in, draw the knee in. Okay. Now I'm just going to go to thread the needle stretch, which is the rear shoulder stretch. Only today there's a little bit of a twist on it. Alright, you might need to switch your angle. You may need to come up the mat a little bit. So I'm taking my right leg out, and I'm taking my right arm down. So I'm coming in to thread the needle, but with my right leg extended. Why not? Okay, so as you come down, you should feel your inner thigh stretching, and it's a little bit of a stretch there for rear shoulder. Alright, gently bring it back up. Change your sides. Left leg out to the side. Left arm coming underneath. And draw your ear down to the ground. Okay, you've got that stretch coming in for the inner thigh. Got that stretch coming in for rear shoulder and lower back. Carefully bringing it back on up. Good. Alright, now I'm going to bring you around onto your back. Okay, I'd like today to work into shoulder bridge. So we're going to do a little bit of rippling through the back. And then I'd like to finish off probably single leg stretch today. Alright, let's do the bicycling action. Alright, so if you bring yourself down upon the floor, I'm just going to turn my mat round a little bit so that I can still watch you. I don't like it when I can't see anything. Alright, so I'm just swishing around a little bit and I can see you. Alright, onto your back and taking hold of your ankles. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, imprint your back a little and peel so you're drawing all the way up onto your upper back. Breathing in at the top, and then breathing out, you're lowering your back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, imprint, and you're back to neutral. So breathing in, and as you breathe out, you've got that lovely rippling action coming up through your back. Breathing in at the top, and then breathing out as you lower, and then trying not to clench your buttocks. Again, breathing in, breathing out to ripple all of the way up through your back. Breathing in, breathing out as you lower, vertebrae by vertebrae. Alright, now this time, breathing in, breathing out, rippling up through with your spine. Now staying in your lifted position, releasing your buttocks. Breathing out to lift one heel, and breathing in to lower and change. Breathing out, carefully lift the other heel, breathing in to lower. So I want you to be as light as you can in your toes. Alright, try and really connecting with your core. Imagine you could draw your hip bones together when you lift the heel. Alright, so we don't want to just block out onto the toes. You know, we want to just really very carefully lift like we're trying to pull away from the ground, but not quite. So you're breathing out to lift and breathing in to lower. I'm going to offer up one more layer if you'd like to work that on today. So next time I'm going to breathe in to lift and straighten the leg. Breathing out, I'm lowering the leg so it lines up with the other leg. Breathing in, bring it up. Breathing out, lower it down again. Then breathing in, bend your knee. Breathing out, slowly bring the foot down. Okay, changing legs. Breathing in to lift and straighten the other leg. Breathing out, engaging your core as you lower. Keep the hips nicely balanced. Breathing in, coming up. Try not to change, so the hip line is exactly the same all the way through. Breathing in, bend the knee. Breathing out, softly place that heel back down. Breathing in to lift and straighten the leg. Breathing out to slowly bring the leg down. Breathing in, bring it up. Breathing out, slowly bring the leg down. Breathing in, bend your knee. Breathing out, slowly place the foot back down. Breathing in to lift and straighten the leg. Breathing out, slowly bring the leg down. Breathing in, bring it up. Breathing out, slowly bring it down. Breathing in, bend the knee. And then breathing out, Alright, so our last position today, I'll keep the head and shoulders on the floor actually to begin with, and I'm going to bring the legs back up with the back on the floor. Now from here we're going to start to cycle the leg into kind of a backwards motion. And as I push your leg away, breathing out, engaging with your core, breathing in. So the knees are coming in, you've got a neutral back, little gap underneath your lower back if you can. Now to make this a little bit harder, we could pick the head and shoulders up. Alright, so breathe out, pressing the leg away, breathing in, coming in. Breathing out, pushing away, breathing in, draw in. Breathing out, pressing away, in to draw in. And again, pressing away and draw in. Breathing out and in. Breathing out and in. And again, breathing out and in. And then very last, if you can, guiding the legs and going with an unsupported neck. So as you take the leg away, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and in. And last 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Alright, just bring your knees in towards you, okay? Holding on to the outside of your legs, or if it feels good too, going in for the inside of your legs and holding your heels and coming into happy baby. Alright, so like I say, you can hold the outside of your legs, encourage the knees downwards, or you can work around holding the heels and drawing the knees downwards. Just gently let those legs down to the floor again. And let's roll over towards one side and bring yourself back on up to seated. Okay, coming back around to where we started. So I'm going to draw back into that cross-legged position. I'm going to take a little twist across. I'm going to hold it for a bit longer this time. My palm is open, back of my hand has gone to the knee. And as I lengthen up, I'm looking right up over the shoulder. Remember, where your gaze goes, your body will follow. So stay curious, keep looking around a little bit further. And then bring it around, let's go the other way. Bring it all the way back round. And just pressing down with your fingers to the floor. Take your hand over the top, find your ear, and just encourage your ear over a little bit. And then taking the fingers to the back corner of your head, and just encouraging your jaw towards your collarbone on that one side. Coming back on up, changing over, so send your fingers to the floor, other hand over the top, find your ear, gently encourage your ear over a little bit more. And then go to the back corner of your head, and again encourage the head across a bit more. And now just take your arms to stretch on forwards. Feel that stretch coming around the middle of your upper back. As you breathe in, generate power from your core to pull you up, keeping your gaze forwards. And as you breathe out, opening it back and down, wide. And again, draw the arms forwards like you're trying to stretch as far out from the body as you can. Breathing in, pivot up, using your abdominals to pull you up. Breathing out, opening it back and down. One more time, go for that long, long stretch, stretching it out. Breathing in, we're going to stay high this time. As we breathe out, coming down to your crown, to your third eye, through to your throat, checking in at your heart. And we can offer namaste, blessing to each other. Namaste. Very well done tonight, everybody. May you be healthy, may you be strong. Pass on your energy, whatever you can offer to the universe. Okay? Have a lovely evening. Okay? Have some water first. Replenish the fluids that you've lost. And if there's anything that's come up, okay, in the last hour, just let me know.